Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be starting my TBR Challenge vlog. This is going to be a series where I read down my TBR. I did the video going through all of the ones that I currently own, and the number was 102. Well, I have recently been out of town a couple of weekends, and what do you do when you go out of town? You go to bookstores. And so now that number is up to 106. So really quickly, I'll just go through the 4 books that I bought, and then I will tell you about the book that I'm going to start. So the first one is Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones. And this one was one that Murphy Napier read, and it sounded really interesting. But I wasn't going to buy it, but it was a buy one, get one half off for Barnes and Noble. And I really wanted The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and it was buy one, get one 50. So might as well get this one. But so this one follows these teenagers who play this prank where they take this mannequin into a movie theater with them, and apparently it like wakes up and it starts killing them. But so the very last little paragraph says, "Luckily, Sawyer has a plan. He'll be a hero. He'll save everyone to the best of his ability. He'll kill as many people as he needs to so he can save the day. That's the thing about heroes. Sometimes you have to become a monster first." So that sounds really interesting. I really like that idea. Um, I did buy Room, but I've already read it, so it doesn't count towards the number. But if you don't know what that one's about, then you can go watch the video that I did on that one. Um, Hang on. The second one is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. And this one, I didn't really have a whole lot of interest in reading, but it seems like everybody has read Kristen Hanna, and they all say that she will break your heart. And I love a good story that'll break my heart. So I have now added it to the list. So I'm not entirely sure what this one is about. I know that it follows 2 sisters, and it's following World War II, I think. And I have no idea other than that. And I'm super excited about it. It's actually probably going to be in a vlog when I get to it, so you get all of my thoughts. The next one on this list is War and Peace. It's massive. Look how big that is. But so this one follows a war of some time. Napoleon's invasion of Russia in 1812. And I don't know why I want to read this. I just really do. I think it'll be fantastic to read a classic, and I hear really good things about this one, even though it's massive. But I tried reading the audiobook, and I just think that it's probably going to be one of those books that I need to physically read in order for me to like comprehend. Because I think I listened to 3 or 4 hours of the audiobook, and I couldn't tell you a single thing that was happening. So that one's just going to be a very slow read, and it's going to have to just be a physical read. So it's going to take me a year to read it, but it might be worth it. We'll see. And then the fourth one that I bought was Speaking Bones by Ken Liu. This is book 4 in the Dandelion Dynasty, and this book I bought because I just started the third one, and they got new covers, and I'm scared that this cover will be gone by the time I get to it, and I want them all to match. I love the new covers, but this one matches all of my others. So I had to buy it now before I lost it forever. And I got really lucky. I've been looking for it in all the bookstores for like 2 weeks. In different towns, in different states actually, because I went to Gatlinburg, and it wasn't there. The other covers were there, but this one wasn't there. So I saw this one this weekend, and I was like, yep, have to have it. So really excited for that. So the current number is 106. And the first book that I'm going to be starting with is The Opposite of Butterfly Hunting by Evanna Lynch. So this book is her memoir, and she talks a lot about the eating disorder that she dealt with through her childhood and the path that she took in order to land being Luna Lovegood in Harry Potter. And I think that it's going to be heartbreaking, and I'm such a weirdo, okay? I love a good story that just is heartbreaking. I feel like we connect more in the heartbreaking moments than we do in the happiness. And I love connecting. And I'm really excited to read this. I've heard really good things about it. And I love reading stories from the the actors and actresses that I follow. Like I read Viola Davis's book, which was fantastic. That's probably my favorite. I read Tom Felton's book about being Draco Malfoy. I've read Matthew McConaughey's story. I love these stories. And I think it makes them a bit more real and just helps me connect a little bit more. And so I'm super excited to get into this and I will keep you updated. Okay, so I know I look pretty ratchet, but I went to the gym and it was leg day, so don't come at me. But first things first, we need to talk about the fact that I forgot that I did not put Les Mis on my unread books because I officially haven't read it. I've only read like most of it. So it actually goes on the list. And so my number is actually 107. So that's the number that we're starting with at this point. We will see where it ends up. Um, so yeah. Okay. So I've been reading The Opposite of Butterfly Hunting by Evanna Lynch. And oh my gosh, I am loving it. I think I'm only a couple of chapters in, but I'm like 75 pages in. And it has been really good so far. The intro was super compelling. Like, so this story is talking about her eating disorder and her forward in, I think it was a forward. Yeah, it was a forward. And she talks in the forward about how the notes that she kept getting back after she wrote the story was, is this too cruel? And she kept saying, I mean, yeah, we do go to some really dark places, but that's being honest. And she's like, I think that you have to go to those really dark places because not everything is a fairy tale and not everything can have this perfect princess happy ending. And so she's going to go dark. And I think she's doing a really good job of not romanticizing the eating disorder because I know that a lot of times that can happen. And from what I can tell so far, she's really trying hard not to romanticize it. She's not going to go into all of the numbers and all of the details because that's not the important part. The important part is how she's feeling and what she's going through emotionally. And so that's the part that she's really focusing on. And as of right now, we got a little bit of like the before, and I'm just now getting into a little bit more of the depth of her eating disorder. Like we're pretty much just starting. Family kind of knows, and so they're all kind of just trying to figure out how to deal with this. And so it's going to get a lot darker. I mean, I've still got quite a bit left of this book to go, but I am super enjoying it so far. Um, I really like her voice in this. You can definitely hear her as the narrator. It's not just a when I was 11, this is the story. It's she's kind of talking a little bit about her insights from that time period as a narrator and being like very in depth as a narrator. And so I'm really enjoying it and I can't wait to read more. Okay, first off, I apologize for this angle and anything that weird in this clip. But I'm being lazy and I really didn't want to get everything set up. But so, the opposite of butterfly hunting. So, we are currently at the point in the story where she's being hospitalized for the first time. And she has finally found a therapist that she likes. And as soon as she finds a therapist that she likes, she gets hospitalized, which happens sometimes. But I love this whole section that we've had where she's gone through multiple therapists and multiple doctors and psychiatrists and things like that. And she has been so stubborn with all of them. She has hated all of them. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't care. She's not going to help. She's not going to participate in her own treatment. And then she meets this one lady. And this is why I love being a therapist, is because it's all about the connection. I tell every client constantly, it's all about the connection. If you don't connect with me, we're not going to get anywhere. Like, you have to have a therapist who you connect with. And as soon as Evanna starts with this first session with this lady, she just loves her, loves her. And she finally feels seen, and they really start to make progress. But it's very slow progress. And Evanna's mom doesn't like that it's slow progress, and they're getting really concerned. And so they hospitalize her. And watching her be hospitalized was pretty painful because of the fact that she was still stubborn. She was not having it. She made it difficult on the doctors and stuff. And I've worked in those kinds of places. I've worked residentials, and not for eating disorders, but for like psychiatric stuff. And so I've been on the receiving end of some of those patients who make your day very, very hard. And so I can appreciate it from, the other end of it. But I've been enjoying this story. I know that it's getting ready to get darker because I'm not even 200 pages in, and she said we're going to get dark, and I don't think we're to that point yet. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm hoping to finish it in the next couple weeks. Been a little distracted with other things and just not reading a whole lot, but I am enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Evanna as she grows and she adapts. The fun thing that is really interesting so far that I don't think that I've mentioned is her love for Harry Potter already. She just keeps rereading it and rereading it. As soon as she finishes it, she starts back over. And she gets book 5. And she talks about being at one of the release dates for Harry Potter. And like there's a photo online. And so yeah, I totally Googled that photo, and to be able to see her, a photo of her at that age when she's going through this hardship, and just like being able to like picture that. Oh, it was so good. And so I'm really enjoying it, and I will continue to keep you updated. All right, so I finally did it. I finished it, and I enjoyed this. I think that it was really good. I love her voice in this. Um, she's got some really good like lines. Like, I've marked several pages from where I was like, "Ooh, that's good. Like, that hits." So I expected it to be darker than it was because of her warning up front. But I think that that comes from the fact that it's not a clean recovery. And recovery usually isn't. I mean, how many times do we see that with addicts and with mental health? Like, going through giant changes like that, it's not clean. It's not like, oh, we get treatment and then we're great again. It's a lot of back and forth. I talk to my clients all the time about how, like, progress is not always a straight line. You're going to take 10 steps forward, you're going to fall on your face, you're going to be upside down, and you're going to go backwards. Like, it's messy. And I think that was the part of it that she was talking about when she talks about how it's like dark. So if you're worried that she goes super, super dark and like suicidal, depressing, all of those things, and like really digs into that, don't have to worry about that with this. Um, there was some of that in it, but it wasn't like grim dark sort of depressing. So, but anyways, glad to have finished it. I love celebrity memoirs. Celebrity memoirs. I don't know why they're so much fun. Maybe because like I've seen them on the screen and like I've grown up with them, and so I kind of like have that connection from their characters with them. And I love her. And it's crazy to, not like crazy, crazy, but like it's interesting to be in the head of somebody who is as pretty as she is and struggling with that self esteem. And I think that makes her super relatable because, we all deal with that kind of stuff. And so definitely recommend, and definitely going to close out this vlog because this vlog has been 2 months in the making, maybe. So I have no idea what any of the other clips are. So editing will be fun. But have you read this? Are you going to read it? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.